create the whole cosmos and 100 billion stars with a single breath, and yet still choose to come and die so that we may become his sons and daughters. Grace and glory. As you journey through these pages, it's my prayer that you find these two threads woven throughout each of these devotions. Some days will draw your eyes more inward, prompting you to reflect on how God is specifically shepherding your heart as his grace abounds in your life. Some days will draw your eyes more upward, as it's good for us to be reminded of how majestic and worthy our great and glorious God is. But taken together, these days and these devotions will help you find hope, peace, and confidence in the person of Jesus and the work of his resurrection. That's the byproduct when grace and glory combine. It's why Peter was able to write in 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 10, "And the God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ, after you have suffered a little while, will himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast." I don't know what you're going through or where you're coming from, but I'm pretty sure that all of us could benefit from being restored, strengthened, and made firm and steady. It doesn't happen overnight, but rather day by day, step by step. The psalmist said, "No good thing will he withhold from them that walk uprightly." So, start walking on your journey. Our God, the King of Glory, wants to be known by you, and he's already given you every ounce of grace you'll need to follow him. Press in, and I believe you'll see the Lord work mightily as he draws you to himself. By his grace, for his glory. Louie. January 1st. New year, new priorities. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 3. At the start of a new year, many of us engage in self-reflection and set fresh goals for the days and months ahead. Which habits will you adopt? And which ones do you want to kick? As you're dreaming about your future, the God over all creation offers you this choice. If you choose to prioritize his kingdom and his righteousness, everything else you need this year will be added to you. God is always working on a cosmic scale, holding the universe together. But he is also intentionally focusing on how to give you specifically what you need. There are things you don't even know you need yet, but he does, and he is working to provide for your life. When you put God first in your plans, everything else falls into place. You gain perspective of what really matters, making disciples, living for his glory, and using your talents to honor his kingdom. You learn to let go of fleeting whims and desires. As you start this year, start with God. Prayerfully consider his ways and decide today that no matter what else comes, you're going to depend on him. Prayer. Lord, in the macro and the micro, I choose to put you first. Keep me close to you this year. January 2nd. Living in the fullness of contentment. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. John chapter 10, verse 11. Nothing on this earth will ultimately satisfy the thirst in the human soul. Yet in a world that constantly compares everything, we oftentimes feel like we're missing out or falling short. For you, is this a job, a relationship, money? In John's gospel, however, we read that the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Chapter 10, verse 10. He wants to steal your contentment by always highlighting what you're lacking. But that's not the end of the story. Jesus, the good shepherd, also comes. And when he does,